Human Revolution was such a good experience. Making the game, I was learning so much. And then when the game came out, the reaction to it, which was unexpected. I knew that the original Deus Ex was a really popular game. And I knew this would get a reaction. And I hoped that people liked it, but I didn't expect, speaking for myself, I didn't expect Adam Jensen to become so well-loved and so popular. And I still go do conventions and things like that, and the amount of people that come up and talk to me specifically about Adam Jensen it blows my mind. So I didn't expect it. So when I found out about the sequel and then found out that Jensen was going to be in it, first of all, I've been lying to everybody I know for 2 years, because I knew about it for 2 years, and they were like, so you're going to be in the next one? I don't know. They haven't called me. Everything that was in Human Revolution is kept at its core in Mankind Divided, and it's bigger and broader and more complex. So in Human Revolution, it's kind of the golden age of augmentations, and Seraph Industries is leading the way, and Adam Jensen is the top of the line, but there are augmented people all over the world. And at first, they think it's a great thing. You know, you've seen those Seraph Industries commercials where people are saying, look what we can do for you if you get injured, and it's an amazing time we live in. And yes, you have to take a drug to be able to adapt to the augmentations, but that's okay. That's a small price to pay. It's a great technological advancement, and we live in this miraculous time. And then when the incident happens, when the augmented people go crazy, much like in our world, when something all of a sudden is turned on its head, people get afraid of it, and people become terrified of anybody who's augmented. And so this kind of changed the world, and it made it so that people who are augmented, like Adam Jensen, are now looked at as a second-class citizen. So they're put into ghettos, they're put into camps, a lot of them are homeless, a lot of them can't get work, they're very much looked down upon. And then when I finally got the information that Adam Jensen was coming back, of course I was really excited, because I've done a lot of games, I've done a lot of characters on TV shows and films and stuff, and Jensen is one of, if not my most favorite character to play, because he's so cool, and there's so many levels to him, especially because you have player choice, so there's multiple levels to him. And yeah, I was really happy to come back and play him again. My favorite thing is when I come here to Eidos Montreal, and every time somebody talks to me, they're like, it's so weird talking to you because you just sound like Adam. And I do generally. I think the difference is what I have to do in a sound booth or in a performance capture stage is when Adam yells, I still have to keep my voice kind of low. But when I yell, my voice gets, like, the graveliness goes away. So that's the big difference. When I'm yelling as Jensen, I'm keeping my voice down, and I don't do that in real life. So Jensen just never has a higher pitch. I do. The tricky thing about playing Adam Jensen is his personality. There's the core personality, which is that he's a good man. Despite all that's happened to him, all the times he's been lied to, and he doesn't trust anybody, but he hopes for good in everybody. But that's the core of Jensen. The tricky thing about playing somebody like Jensen is essentially it's whoever the player wants him to be. So there's a lot of mean things you can say in both Human Revolution and Mankind Divided. His personality depends on what you do, what the player does. But the core of him is that he's a good guy, and he wants justice in the end. Voice direction is very important. Actors love to think they can do everything on their own, but they can't. When you get into a sound booth and you work about 4 hours before you get a break. By hour 3, you're getting punchy. You're reading lines, and sometimes you're screwing up words, and sometimes you're not getting the heart of the scene right. And that's what the voice director is for. You say, well, in this scene, you're supposed to be, you're not supposed to be so angry. Like, I'm always angry. You're not supposed to be so angry. Oh, okay, I get it. And you need those voice directors and the writers there to a degree, and to guide you and shape you properly, because they know exactly where you should be going. But sometimes when you're stuck in a booth by yourself, sometimes with another actor, you can kind of get lost because you're alone there. So you need somebody to, much like on film or TV, you need a director to mold your performance to make it better. Sometimes we have like a 4-hour session that we have to rush near the end because we spent 20 minutes joking and making, funny, funny voices most of the time. The running joke is that if you play Human Revolution and you go to the police station and you try to talk to, I think it's Haas. That was one of the first weeks ever of recording Adam Jensen. And my voice is kind of like up here for some reason, and I don't know why. And I had some weird Detroit accent or Brooklyn accent. I was talking like this for some reason, like, hey, how you doing over there, Haas? And we never got around to fixing that after we found the character. So that has become a running joke, and every time we're in the booth, even on Mankind Divided or on the mocap stage, it's just, if I get into a high-pitched voice for some reason, it becomes like, whoa, you're from Detroit again, huh? You're from New York again, huh? It's like a big running joke that I never got to fix those lines. I just saw the trailer that nobody's allowed to see yet, or maybe by now you'll be allowed to see it. And I'm like, you guys know, I keep asking you to see it because it looks so good. And I'm excited. I'm so proud of it.